Good afternoon, Year 5, and welcome to your computing lesson for this week. Now, computing is going to look a little bit different for us for this week with blogging. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how we're going to do it, and we're going to see what it will end up looking like for you. So first of all, let's remind ourselves of some of our key vocabulary that we need. So a blog is a regularly updated website or web page written in an informal or conversational style. A web server is a software that hosts a website. A blog roll is a list of links to other blogs or websites. And the audience is who the blog is aimed at. And last week, you guys had a go at planning what your blog might be about. And this week, you are going to have a go at writing your first entry into your blog. Oh, blog post, apparently. What will happen is you're going to submit them to me, and then I will create our blog online. Until I have to double check with everything, it will only be me that can upload things to it. But this week, what you'll do is you will send me what you want to be submitted for your blog, and I will copy and paste it so that everybody in the class has access to it to read it. And then later on, we'll have a look at how we can comment on it. And it might be that I can change the permissions on it so that you guys can post appropriately onto it. But I will have to double check about that. So have a think about what you designed your blog to be. And then we're going to have a look at a couple of different things. So I'm going to show you how you can start writing your blog and how to add hyperlinks. Today, you're just focusing on using text. Don't try and add any extra media yet. So don't try and add pictures or videos within your blogs at the moment. So when you get to Teams, go to your computing tab, not the blog tab yet, and you should end up with a Word document. Now I'm going to do my blog on books because I'm a huge fan of reading, and next week is National Storytelling Week, so that might link in quite nicely to there. So I'll give my blog post a title, and I'm going to do it about one of my favorite books called I Want My Hat Back by John Clarkson. I absolutely love that book. Now, we know that blogs can be quite informal, and you're speaking to an audience that you've often built up a really good relationship with. So I could start with something as informal. I'm going to get rid of bold and underlined. Hello again, everyone. If I'm imagining that it's something that I've done before, then I'm going to reintroduce myself. I've seen a few examples, and I will put a couple of links to some examples where it says things like, it's been a little while since I've posted here. And then I can start talking about what my blog is going to be about. So I would write a bit of a review about this book, but then what I might also want to do is I might want to show people where they could go somewhere online that they could find the book, for example. Or if you were doing something about sports, you might want to give them a link to another website that does some information about it. So I could put in something called a hyperlink. Now, if I go to the internet, once I'm here, this is an example of a blog that I will put on the resource list as well. But if I go to this tab, then I've got the Amazon link to my one of my favorite books, I Want My Hat Back. Now, if I come up here, then I can select the URL and I can copy it by right-clicking. I could also press Control and C at the same time. Once I've got that URL copied, then I can go back into my Word document and I can paste that URL in here. And when I press on space, it puts it in as a link so that anybody accessing this blog who reads my post and thinks, oh, wow, yeah, I really like that. I'd like to read that book. They can click on that link and it takes them somewhere that they can get it. Now, a few things for you to think about when you are writing your blogs is, number one, it's going up for everybody in our class. So you can only put things on there, one, that are appropriate for school, because I will be reading all of these and checking to see before I put them up. And two, that you are happy for the rest of your classmates to know. Secondly, you'll need to sign it off. So you'll need to make sure that you sign it off with your name, or some blogs use usernames. So if you wanted to come up with your own username, you could, again, as long as it's appropriate. you need to think about your audience. So our audience is the rest of your class. So how are you going to make sure that it's a topic that your class are interested in? That's a topic that is appropriate for school, and it's a topic that people would want to do a bit of research into. This is really open-ended. So have a real good think about what you can write about. It can be as long or as short as you want. You get some blog posts that are pages and pages long, and you get some blog posts that are a couple of paragraphs, depending on how regularly they are written. Now, what we're going to do is we'll start off with just one blog post, and I will investigate to see if we can open up a way of having our own blog that you guys can post directly onto on Teams as well, because that might be really beneficial. But send me your ideas, and then I will post them so that everybody can see them. And then what we'll do in the future is we'll look at how we can comment on them and things like that.